The Russian Foreign Ministry has spread another fake. According to their speaker Zakharova, Ukraine has allegedly set up some kind of concentration camps in the border districts of Kursk region, where local residents are taken to by force. For example, she claims that Ukrainian military forces are detaining and torturing up to 120 people in one of the social institutions in Sudzha. Russians who live in the boarding house in the town categorically denied this misinformation.
Zakharova said that people were forcibly brought to this boarding school to create a concentration camp.
Oh, she's shameless. That's not true.
You want me to show you?
It's nonsense. Shame on her.
She said that this is the biggest concentration camp in the world, and you were all brought here by force.
We are grateful to you. We have doctors. We're fed. The guys bring us water. They do everything we ask them to do.
Ukraine fulfills all the obligations set in the Hague and Geneva Conventions. One of the basic principles is not to change but normalize the lives of civilian population in the territories controlled by one of the parties. It is the Ukrainian armed forces that are providing local residents in the Kursk region with food and water and helping them to prepare for winter by bringing in stoves and warm clothes. They also provide medical assistance.
Complying with the norms of international humanitarian law, officers of our medical brigade and officers of civil-military cooperation provide daily assistance. People come to us with injuries. There are people who have chronic diseases. Of course, we also provide assistance to them. We pay special attention to the elderly and children.
Many civilians in Kursk region are injured as a result of Russian shelling. The army of the aggressor country is hitting Ukrainian-controlled settlements with artillery, using drones and guided aerial bombs. On federal TV channels, Kremlin propagandists openly call for the destruction of Russian villages, forests and people.
When our defense forces were taking control of the city, 3 or 4 buildings were damaged there, from which the Russian military were knocked out. However, now the occupiers have destroyed the Ice Palace, kindergarten, schools and banking institutions with their shelling. Even if the intensity over the day was high, they used 26 guided aerial bombs on the territory of Chernihiv, Sumy and part of Kharkiv region, and 32 bombs on the area of Kursk region, which is under our control. Vadim Misnik, spokesman for the Ukrainian Armed Forces Task Force North, on the air of public broadcasting company Suspilne News.
Based on the analysis of satellite images, experts from the US-based Institute for the Study of War have said that the Ukrainian defense forces continue to expand their control over the territory of Kursk region. The Ukrainian armed forces operation has affected the situation on different parts of the front, the analysis said.
At least the forces that the Russian Federation has to deploy to take back Kursk region are resources that their command will no longer be able to use on the territory of Ukraine. In any case, it is much better for the armed forces of Ukraine and for our country to conduct combat operations on the territory of Russia and prevent the Russian command from using these additional resources, manpower and equipment and weapons directly on the territory of Ukraine.
In order to hold back the Ukrainian military offensive, the Russian command has redeployed 40 to 60,000 soldiers near Kursk. It is continuing the redeployment, the command of the Ukrainian Armed Forces Task Force North has said. Despite the fact that Russia is sending new, more trained units to Kursk, this is still not enough to dislodge the Ukrainian army, according to the speaker of Task Force. This is why Russian propagandists had to once again postpone the deadline for the return of Kursk region back under Moscow's control. Reported by Anastasia Tarnavska, Valeria Nekapelova, UATV News.